everyone, I'm here to start a new series on my channel, and this series is going to be about mangas. And if you don't know what manga is, it's a Japanese style cartoon, and I happen to like them a lot. Much better than regular cartoons for some reason. They're just a lot cuter. So to begin the series, I'm going to show you the manga that I've collected over the past year, because I didn't actually start reading it until a little while ago when I watched one of the Studio Ghibli films, and I absolutely loved it. And my friend, who watches a lot of anime and reads a lot of manga, told me that I should check out this anime series, and then I checked out that anime series, and then I discovered I had a manga that went along with it. So I read the manga, and it was great, and I've been hooked ever since. To start off with, I'm going to show you, I have a couple series that definitely aren't complete series, and that I have two that I only have the first one in the series. So I'm going to start with those ones. And the thing about manga is they all have ratings, so I'll show you the ratings for them too. The first one that I have is Yosuba, and this is by, not even going to try and pronounce that name, it's by him, and I will link the Goodreads page to this in the bottom. And this is about a little girl who moves to the city with her father, and she's a spunky, spiteful little girl, and she likes to cause a lot of trouble. So it's about her life moving from the country to the city with her dad and all of her neighbors and friends that she meets. It's really cute, so if you like really kind of fun, simple, cute kind of things, then you might actually really enjoy this. Especially if you like books that are centered around like children and just funny, comical situations, then you would really like this. And the rating to this is, they all have ratings in the back, and this one is all, meaning all ages it's okay for. The second manga that I have, which is actually the first manga I've ever bought, is This a Zombie? And it's volume 1. And this is by this person right there, and that's the illustrator and the writer. And once again, I'll link the Goodreads link in the bottom to this. And this is about a boy who lives in a town, and he witnesses a murder and gets murdered himself, and he gets brought back by a necromancer, and he becomes a zombie, and it's about all of the situations and creatures and stuff, such as magical girls and vampires and all that kind of stuff, that he happens to meet. So if you like kind of things that are more like fantasy and sci-fi, you might really enjoy this manga. It is a little weird at some points, but it's one of my favorite ones, and it's definitely one of my favorite anime series. And this one, oh, it does have a rating. It's rated mature, and even on the front it says that. But a couple of the mangas in the series don't have that on it, so I'm unsure why this one does, because there wasn't anything that horribly inappropriate. And well, I guess there's a couple like showy scenes, but other than that there's nothing really. And the first series that I have here is I originally watched the anime, and that's Plula Magi Madoka Magica, and that's this one. And this is by the Magica Quartet, right there. And this is about a girl named Madoka, and she is not satisfied with her life at all. She feels like she's not amounting to anything, and when something comes about where she's in a mall and sees a girl chasing a cat and trying to kill it, she goes after the cat and saves it. It's named Kyubey, and he's not really a cat. He is, they never really say what he is. He's from a different planet. He makes contracts with girls to make them magical girls, and magical girls fight witches. And once you are a magical girl, you have one wish that will come true, but there's always kind of like the be careful what you wish for, there's always consequences for what you wish for kind of thing. And you die really easily if you're one of these girls, and it's about her getting into that world after meeting him. And then I have this, which is the spin-off series of it, called Plula Magi Kazumi Magica, The Innocent Malice, and this is by the Magical Quartet too. And This one is a similar story, except for this one is about magical girls that already exist and how they're living their lives. This one is rated older teen, so I'd recommend like 16 plus. Not that there's any really inappropriate scenes, but it's more violent. And this one is also rated older teen, which is about 16 plus. So if you like kind of magical fantasy things, once again, you would probably also like that. And we have a type of anime that's in the category called the slice of life. And a slice of life anime is just a really realistic anime. It can either be comical or tragic, just based on real life events. And the one that I have here is a romantic comedy, and it's called Love Hina. And it's by Ken Akamatsu. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is about a boy named Kitaro. His parents kicked him out until he can pass the college entrance exams. So he moves into this kind of like dorm place that his grandmother owns, and it turns out that his grandmother left the building to him. And this happens to be an all-girls dormitory, which, as you can think, a guy running an all-girls dormitory, which would be weird, especially in the Asian culture. This stuff just doesn't happen. So it's about him living in a house of girls, and he thinks one of these girls is a girl that he met when he was little, and promised that they would both get into Tokyo University, and they would get married and so off and so on and live a happy life if they got into Tokyo University. Only he can't, because he keeps failing his entrance exams. So it's just a comedy about his life living in the girls' dormitory and trying to figure out if this girl indeed is the same girl from his childhood. And I have the first one, and I have the second one, and I don't have the third one because I found these in a used bookstore because these are out of print. Also, I will link the Amazon link to everything though, like where you can buy all of these. And then I have the fourth one. I need the third one though. So I'll buy that off Amazon after I get my Christmas money and all of that good stuff. In the second series, the rating for this entire series is older teens, 16 plus. And this series, I really like the manga, but do not watch the anime. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. They just don't do it. It's called Girls Bravo. And this is by Mario Kaneda, that person. And this is really inappropriate. It's really perverted. I was not expecting it. I saw them in the used bookstore, and I saw little chibis in the back, and I thought it was so cute, and I thought it was an interesting thing because it's about a boy named Yukinari, and he is allergic to girls because all of the girls at his school are really mean to him because he's short and tiny and awkward. So one day he falls into his bathtub, which puts him into a different dimension, and he meets a girl named Haru. And in Haru's world, they don't give birth to men. The only reason that they can get men is if they take them from different planets. So all of the women on that planet are going after him, and since he has an allergy to girls, Maharu goes back to with him to his planet. It's about him trying to conceal the fact that he is an alien in his home. And it's really funny, but it can be very inappropriate at times. So this one actually is rated 13 plus, but honestly, this is definitely a 16 to 18 plus. I would not let my 13-year-old read this, just saying. I wouldn't. Especially the anime. Do not watch it if you are under the age of 16. Just don't. Parents, don't let your kid watch it if they're under the age of 16. It's inappropriate. Just don't do it. But I have the first one and the second one, and I really do like them. Just don't watch the anime. The next manga that I have is Rosario and Vampire, and this is by that author that I can't pronounce. And it's about a boy named Skune, and he has failed his high school entrance exams over and over and over. So finally his dad, on the way home from work, discovers a piece of paper on the floor that a creepy monk dropped, and it is an entrance form to a school that does not kind kind of discriminate against students with bad entrance exam scores. So he decides he's going to send his son there, even though he has no idea what the school is. So he goes to this school, and once he gets there, he discovers it's a little weird because the second he goes under the bridge, all cell reception is gone. He figures, okay, it's a bridge, block cell reception. And once he gets there, the bus driver says, "Good luck, dude." And he's just like, okay. So when he gets into the school, he's sitting there and realizes that there's something odd about this school. And then the teacher informs them that this is a school for monsters. And it's a school where monsters learn to relate to humans. And the catch with the school is that humans are not actually allowed inside the school grounds. And if they're caught inside the school grounds, they will be killed. So of course he freaks out about this, because the only person he knows in this school is a girl named Mocha. And she's a vampire, and she's the only one that knows he's a human. So it's about him trying to survive the school without letting anyone know there that he is a human. So I have volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this, and I really enjoy this series. I think it's a really good series. It's rated older teen, but honestly, there's nothing that bad in it. I think 13 plus would be fine, other than the violent part, obviously, but sexually wise, there's nothing in it, so I don't know. I think 13 plus would be a good rating for that. I highly recommend it though. And the last series I have, which is one I'm going to read this month, is Mahorammatic. And this is about a orphan teenager whose parents both died tragically, and he is living at home, so he decides that he is going to buy himself a maid that can cook and clean for him because he doesn't do it properly and he really needs someone to do that. So he calls out for maid service, and a woman shows up at his house, and she says that she's going to be the maid for his house. It turns out that she is a government-made android that is on the last leg of her life, because androids only live, I think, like 9 years because of all the battles that they're in. So she decided with the next year of her life she's going to relax and do what she wants, and she wants to help him for some reason. So it's about him getting used to the fact that he is an android for a maid and trying to hide it from all of his friends. It's a really cute series. Oops. It's a really cute series, and this one is rated older teen, 16 plus. And if it's anything like the anime, I think it's only it's a little inappropriate, but it's not that bad. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would like me to review any of the animes that I have read, and I've read all of these except for the Mahorammatic, just let me know in the comments below and I will do that. And I hope you all are having a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.